What's going on, everybody? David Ote here with Ote Fitness, and today we're going to go through the importance and some of the tips with the Trap Bar Deadlift or the Hexagonal Bar Deadlift. It's a fantastic exercise if you're looking to build strength and size in your lower body, posterior chain, namely muscles like your lats, your extensors, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your calves. All the above can get stronger with Trap Bar Deadlifting. Now, let's first define what a deadlift is, because when you think of deadlifting, you probably think of kettlebells or barbells. A deadlift is lifting dead weight or dead inertia through space, meaning I can do a cell phone deadlift, I can do a water bottle deadlift, I can do a dumbbell deadlift. All these are deadlifts because this is not a previously moving thing, and I am moving it from dead inertia and dead movement and then bringing it through space. So you can do it with a barbell, kettlebell, trap bar, dumbbell, Viper, cable, no matter what you want, you can do a deadlift with any of these options. Now, when it comes to your trap bar deadlifting, there's a couple of key points that you want to acknowledge before you start getting into it. Number one is, what handle height do you want to go for with your trap bar deadlift? Specifically with the trap bar, we have a high handle position and we have a low handle position. The low handle position is going to end up being at about 8.75 inches, which is half the height of this Olympic weight that we have here. The high handle position is going to give you about 3.5 to 4 inches of extra height that you're grabbing from. Now, in order to get the most out of your exercises, we want to have the best range of motion that we're doing through the movement. However, we want to make sure that we're doing these movements safely and effectively. So if you need to start out with a high handle position because maybe you've had low back pain in the past, or you have hip mobility issues or something else that might be limiting what you can do from a range of motion, or you're just not confident through that lower range of motion, then get yourself with something that's going to be a little higher and start yourself out strong before you get into any kind of movement. Let's get into these trap bar deadlift and let's talk about what are some of the key things you're going to want to focus on when you're executing the movement. Number one, when it comes to getting that grip and hand position, it all starts with where your feet go. Your feet, ideally, I would stack them just below the hip. A lot of times when it comes to these squatting or deadlifting movements, we see a lot of people, they want to go into a more athletic stance. Maybe it's something you learned in baseball, basketball, football, whatever sport it was when you were younger, but an athletic stance doesn't necessarily mean it translates to a better weightlifting stance. So from a weightlifting perspective, I would ask that somebody put their feet directly below their hips and they're driving their feet to the ground in order to execute the trap bar deadlift. Now, you can vary it on however you feel most comfortable. That's just the suggestion that I would give to a lot of my clients and a lot of the athletes that I would work with. Number two is making sure when you're in this trap bar deadlift that you're getting yourself into a nice, strong brace beforehand. You've probably heard the cue of taking the bend out of the bar. There's not a lot of bend in a trap bar. So for this, we're just trying to create as much tension as possible from the top of our shoulder all the way down to the tip of our toes, making sure that we're locked in. Now, when we're creating that brace for ourselves, if you were to have 135 pounds on the bar, ideally the amount of tension you want to create in the bar is 134 pounds worth. What is just enough tension that you're not pulling the bar off the ground, but you're fully locked in, so that when you need to initiate your feet through the floor, it's going to lift that weight up the way that you need it to. Which brings us into the next thing that we want to focus with, a trap bar deadlift. That next piece is going to specifically be making sure that your cueing is not just to lift the weight up, but to drive your feet through the floor. Sometimes with the way you think about a movement is going to very drastically change how you feel it from an exercise and a muscular perspective. So for example, if I think of lifting the weight up off the ground, I'm thinking of pulling with my hands and getting myself upright, which there's nothing wrong with that. But more specifically, if you want to really get the most out of your lower body and creating a lot of power that you need to, you're going to want to think about initiating by driving your feet through the floor. Imagine like you have stamps on the bottom of your feet and you're trying to leave an imprint on that ground. That is exactly how I would want to execute it in order to do the movement itself. Like I mentioned, the nice part about a trap bar deadlift is it's a hybrid between a hip hinge and a knee dominant movement, which is great because for a lot of the activities that we do outside, we're not necessarily just hip hinging or just doing a lot of knee range of motion. But in the end of the day, we need to figure out how we're getting stronger towards things that we do in our day-to-day lives. And the trap bar deadlift is a fantastic option for that. The cool part is with trap bar deadlifting, you can do a lot of different types of activities. You can have it where it's more power-based, where it's more strength-based, etc. If you're looking to build size, I would say the trap bar deadlift is going to get you pretty exhausted across the board. So if you're looking for bodybuilding, the trap bar deadlift may not be the best thing for you, but it may be something that can help you exhaust some of those muscles before you hit them more specifically with single joint or more direct movements that you would want to. But for a lot of people, for your general population, for athletes, for a lot of individuals, the trap bar deadlift is just a very effective way to lift weight off the ground. That's simply all you're getting better at. Can I lift a lot of heavy weight off the ground? Now, we do this a lot in our day-to-day, but this is something that we can really execute at a nice, firm level. I would initially start with people somewhere in the 3-set range, probably going anywhere from 6 to 10 reps, specifically because more reps doesn't mean it's going to be better. I need you to do high quality reps, and you're probably going to do that better with 6 to 8 reps in itself, but that would be the easiest way that I would start myself out. Try the trap bar deadlift, add it into your programming, and let me know how effective it is for you. Again, this is David Ote with Ote Fitness. Please subscribe and like for more videos like this. If you have any exercises you want to figure out a little bit more of, throw them in the comment section. We'll be able to add that in. But until next time, stay strong, everyone.